It's Friday. Wow.
What a week, you guys.
Yes, we have made it to the end of our first ever.
And I'll admit, I was a little unsure at first.
Yeah, how on earth to do
Wow.
Staycation Bible School? But it's been a blast.
I mean, Miss Emily, you guys.
Let's do a big thank you.
Yes.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Good job.
Yes, good job to all of our friends that made Staycation Bible School possible, because we didn't want to miss out on Bible school. It's been very different, but it was great.
It was good. It's been a
Great.
week.
And we want to say thank you to all of our friends for joining us, because without you, we wouldn't have our Bible school.
Yep.
And we are so glad that y'all came and joined us.
Thanks, guys.
But you know what? It's not over yet, because we still have Friday.
That's right.
We still do. So this is Rocky Railway Staycation Bible School Day 5, where we're learning that
Jesus' power pulls us through, so trust Jesus.
And,
One more time.
well, no, we can do it we have to finish it with that. But one more time, opening us up.
Do it.
So we need to be loud.
I need to hear you at my house.
Yes,
Let's go.
we want to hear you. Let's stand up.
Get up.
Get those motions going, because we know now you know them.
know 'em.
So let's go.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. We stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Trusting in you. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you.
Miss Lindsay, I think that's the best they've done.
You guys have it down pat. Good job. Give
Yes.
yourself a clap. Way to
They
go.
do. They've done an awesome job of learning that this week.
Yep.
Let's just remember about trusting Jesus.
Absolutely.
Keep those words from those songs in our hearts and keep rolling.
Yep.
Well, you know what? We've got another Bible point to learn.
Right.
You ready to read it?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. Jesus' power helps us be good friends. Trust Jesus. Wow, good friends.
I'm glad I've got some good friends.
Yes, me and you, we've been friends for a long time. Yes, sure enough. You know what? We need good friends. But without Jesus, it's hard to be good friends.
It is, because even sometimes good friends get on your nerves a little.
Mm-hmm. They sure do.
They say things that hurt our feelings.
Yeah. But Jesus' power helps us be good friends.
Absolutely.
Trust Jesus. All right, I bet we have a Bible verse
I know we
too.
do. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Y'all read it with us. Love each other in the same way I have loved you. John 15:12. Wow.
Another good one.
Yes. Jesus' love for us is big.
It is really big.
If I saw my friends the way Jesus sees them and the way he sees me, if I loved them like that,
Yep.
ooh, if we all did that,
This world would be a different place.
it would, wouldn't it?
Sure would.
All right, well, I am so excited to hear more about that and to learn more about it. I know Miss Emily and Miss Liz
Got some good stuff.
have some good stuff for us today. But
We gotta do
before we keep going, we got some more music to do.
All right,
Let's
do
stand
it.
up.
Everybody get up.
This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. 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 Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. Okay, now let's bring it down. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. Oh, this train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train
No, just stay here. I'll be right back. I got it. Just stay here. Don't worry about it. Just stay there.
Cam, what's going on? You look pretty steamed up. It's almost like you're going off the rails.
You're not helping. Mm-hmm. It's a train engineer thing, and you just wouldn't understand.
Oh, yeah? Try me. I bet I can track there right with you.
Really, you've got to stop with these train jokes.
Just one more, please.
Okay, one more.
All right, just one more. I'm listening. In fact, I'm all engineers. Okay, I promise. Now, I'm really listening.
Okay, fine. So two people usually run a train, an engineer and a fireman.
A fireman? Mm-hmm. On a train? Mm-hmm. Like the guy with the big red truck?
No.
With the water hose?
No, not that kind of fireman.
Okay.
A fireman on a train is the person who shovels coal into the furnace to heat the water in the boiler to make the train go.
All right, I'm tracking you so far.
Okay, so there's a new fireman in my crew, and he's driving me crazy. He never, ever stops talking.
Never?
Yes, this is the kind of things that he asks me. Hey, Cam, what's your favorite color? Mine's purple. How old are you? Wow, you're that old? Were you alive before the trains were invented? Do you want to hear a train joke? Look, this is one of the jokes he told me, and don't you laugh. It says, what do you call a freight train that's carrying a lot of bubble gum?
I want to guess.
No, you can't
Please,
guess.
please,
You'll know it.
let me
You'll know
guess.
it. Okay.
I bet it's a choo-choo train.
Oh my goodness. You would get along great with this guy. It's not funny. He always says, "Why aren't you laughing? Do you not like me? Don't worry about me." It's like, here's another joke.
Okay, you know what?
Okay.
It doesn't sound like you're being a very good friend. In fact, it kind of sounds like you're making fun of your new friend.
Well, you don't know what it's like to be constantly interrupted while doing your job.
You know what? I kind of think I have a really, really good idea.
You think so?
Cam, loving others is such an important part of life. Even when it's hard to be a good friend, you can ask Jesus
Jesus.
for help. Because you know what? Jesus' power helps us to be a good friend.
Trust
Jesus.
But what if someone will never, ever stop talking?
Jesus' power helps us to be a good friend.
Okay. Trust Jesus.
You can pray about it. You can ask God to give you patience and understanding. You know, ask God to help you see your friend like he does. He could be lonely. He could be sad. You know what? He might just need a listening ear. You could be the person that could give that to him.
Well, you know, we do have a long haul ahead of us for our next journey. So I guess I'll get plenty of practice on trying to become a good friend. But I will need some of that Jesus power.
Yes.
Yes. Will you pray for me?
Of course I'll pray with you. You know what, Cam? We're going to wrap up here. Then I'll pray with you before you leave on your trip. Who knows? Maybe Jesus put this new guy on your crew so you can show Jesus' love in exactly the way he needs, just like no one else.
Me? A job that only I can do? That's cool. I'm going to finish getting up all my supplies, and together we'll finish up. And then, will you pray for me?
I sure will.
Okay, bye, guys.
Thanks, Cam. Bye. All right, well, now it's one of our favorite things. What is it? One of our favorite things. We get to meet today's special buddy. Y'all ready? Yes. Let's meet him.
I heard everyone was steaming ahead with the last day of Rocky Railway. Glad you're here. I'm Lawrence Elk. Not a moose, not a ram, but an excellent elk. Male elks are called bulls, and me and my bull buddies like to hang out way up in the Rocky Mountains. In the winter, we move down where we can find grass. But in the spring and summer, we head for the hills. It's important that we stick together with the herd. Some elk herds are as big as 400 friends. Although my antlers are big and strong, female elk or babies don't have these. And a hungry bear is hard to fight off. Speaking of these amazing antlers, they are pretty incredible if I do say so myself. Sometimes they come in handy when other herds get too close to mine, or I need to show another bull that I'm in charge. Yeah, sometimes we butt heads, even in our happy herd. But I try not to get too attached. Literally, they fall off every year and I grow a new set. How cool is that? God also gave me a unique power to help me communicate with the herd. That's called bugling. It's a little like roaring and whistling at the same time. It keeps my herd close together where we can be safe. Our herd even has scouts, a few elk who stand watch while others graze. We have to look out for each other. Do you have friends who look out for you? Friends you like to call out to when you're sad or silly, happy or hurting? Or do you sometimes butt heads with your buddies? Maybe you need the power to forgive and love a friend when you're not getting along. You don't have to do that all by yourself. Jesus gives you his power to help be a good friend. Jesus gave this powerful command in the Bible. Love each other in the same way I have loved you. If you're butting heads with your buddies and not getting along, you can trust Jesus' power and follow his words. Jesus' power helps us be good friends. trust Jesus.
That was so much fun meeting that special buddy today. It's so great to have that special buddy that helps us learn more about what we're learning today. Absolutely. And speaking of learning, I think it's about time to go visit Miss Liz and see what she's got for us in Bible Adventures. All right, let's go.
I cannot believe it's our last day of VBS. You guys are awesome. And guess what? It's Fabulous Friday. You guys ready to help us sing our song, our welcome song again? Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Howdy, friend, I'm glad you came to ride with me. Howdy, friends, I'm glad you came to ride with me. Jesus' power is so strong, he can help us to hold on. Howdy, friend, I'm glad you came to ride with me. All aboard? Okay, I gotta mess that up. So let's try it again. Let's see if we can go a little faster. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Howdy, friend, I'm glad you came to ride with me. Howdy, friend, I'm glad you came to ride with me. Jesus' power is so strong, he will help us to hold on. Howdy, friend, I'm glad you came to ride with me. All aboard? Should we try it one more time and see if we can go faster? Y'all, can y'all help me? All right, I want like loud. Be loud, okay? Ready? All right, you guys ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Howdy, friend, I'm glad you came to ride with me. Howdy, friend, I'm glad you came to ride with me. Jesus' power is so strong, he will help us to hold on. Howdy, friend, I'm glad you came to ride with me. All aboard? Oh, awesome, 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 awesome. You guys did a good job. Give me an awesome. All right. So let's just do, a train engine is strong enough to pull lots and lots of cars. Y'all see that train on there with lots and lots of cars? And that reminds me of the way Jesus is strong enough to help us do many incredible things. And all week long, we've been learning about Jesus' power. So let's talk about some of the ways that we've studied about how Jesus has shown his power, okay? On Monday, we had a great story about Saul and Ananias, and he was afraid to go and meet with Saul, but God gave him power to do hard things. So let's say our Monday point, okay? Jesus' power helps us to do hard things. Trust Jesus. And on Tuesday, Saul's name had been changed to Paul, and instead of Paul being the one that was the enemy of Jesus, now his name has been changed to Paul, and now he's a friend of Jesus, and he's telling people about Jesus. And remember, he was on a ship, and he had to encourage his crew members to not be afraid and remind them that Jesus was going to be with them and protect them. So let's do Tuesday's point, okay? Jesus' power gives us hope. Trust Jesus. And then on Wacky Wednesday, we had another wonderful story about Peter and John, and how Peter and John, because the power that Jesus gave to Peter, he was able to help a man walk. But Peter and John wanted to tell others about Jesus, and they were even thrown in jail for it. But they still kept telling people about Jesus, even after they got out of jail, didn't they? So let's do our Bible point for Wednesday. Jesus' power helps us be bold. Trust Jesus. And then on Thrilling Thursday, which is one of my favorite days of the week in Bible school, we learned about how we can become special friends of Jesus and live with him forever in heaven. And our Bible point for Thursday was, Jesus' power lets us live forever. Trust Jesus. Well, today, I love it that Jesus had the power to come back to life even after he was dead, and he lets us live with him forever. Well, today, and that's great news, isn't it? That's the best news. Today, when Jesus' friends told people the great news, then many, many more friends came to know Jesus. And I want to do a quick little charades because our story today is really from Acts 2nd chapter, around verse 42. So y'all help me out with a little charade, okay? So on your card is when people came to know Jesus and they became friends of Jesus, they would get together and fellowship together. And these are some of the things that they would do together as friends of Jesus. Adrian, show me something they would do. That's right. They would pray. They would pray together. And Natalie, what's something else they would do? They would eat together. And Noli, what's something else they would do? They would praise together. It says in Acts, they devoted themselves. That means the friends of Jesus devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching, to fellowship. That means get together with one another. To the breaking of bread. That means eating. And to prayer, praying. So they're eating together, and they're praising Jesus together, and they're hanging out with each other, and they're sharing with each other. Jesus' power helps them to be good friends, and they wanted everyone else to join them and become friends of Jesus too. And when we give our hearts to Jesus, we get a lot of other friends too. And they wanted everyone else, just like they wanted everyone else to know Jesus and have more friends because of him, Jesus wants that for us too. So let's say our Bible point for today, okay? Jesus' power helps us be good friends. Trust Jesus. Very good. That is great. So today, as we end our week, we have decorated for a friendship party, and we are celebrating and thanking Jesus for all of our friends. So I want you to watch and see which friends you recognize.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train.
Okay, now let's bring it down.
This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. Oh, this train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train. This train. This train.
If there's one thing we can count on, it's that God will never let us down, and we can trust everything He does. He keeps His promises, we know, because, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him, yeah. Oh, yeah. If there's one thing we can count on, it's that God will never let us down, and we can trust everything He does. He keeps His promises, we know, because, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him, we can trust Him, we can trust Him.
I hope that you saw some friends that you recognize. We love seeing your faces on camera, even if you're not here. Thank you for coming every day, and we can't wait for us to be back together again. So I'm going to pray, and I want you guys to have a great weekend. Dear Lord, we thank you so much for every person that's watched. We thank you for all of our special friends and how much they mean to us. Lord, we thank you that you're our greatest friend. And Father, I just pray that you would watch over us and watch over all of our special friends. And thank you for who you are. Thank you for loving us. And thank you for sending Jesus. And we ask it in your name. Amen. Woo!
Time for another song. We love our VBS Staycation Bible School songs. Get up, get going.
If there's one thing we can count on, it's that God will never let us down, and we can trust everything He does. He keeps His promises, we know, because, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him,
everything we can count on. It's that God will never let us down, and we can trust everything He does. He keeps His promises, we know, because yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him. Yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him. Yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him. Yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him. We can trust Him, we can trust Him.
All right. That was some great singing. Y'all are really doing a great job, especially by yourself. I am so proud. Very good. Well, now, one of our favorites, we get to go visit Miss Emily in Imagination Station. You know what that means. She's going to have some good gadgets, not just to play with, but also they help us remember all the things we've learned today. I hope you're ready. Here we go.
Day 5. Here we go. Y'all, we are at the end, the last day of Staycation Bible School. We have learned so much this week, but we got one more day. And we have something really fun to do today. I'm so excited. So, we have been learning all week about what? Jesus is what? Power. And His power really helps us do a lot of things. So, His power also helps us to be good friends. You know that, right? Yes, Jesus' power helps us to be good friends. So no matter what, we always have to trust Jesus. Do it again. Trust Jesus. Good job. That was much better. So, the Bible says, love one another in the same way that I have loved you. That is very important, guys. When we are loving God and loving Jesus, we have to love each other. It's so important. And Jesus' power helps us to do that, to be good friends and to love each other. So, we absolutely have to love each other. But y'all, I've got one more question. Yay. All right, so some of you got some of them right. I wonder if you got all of them right so far, raise your hand. Oh, that's amazing. I didn't. I got some wrong. But that's okay because it's just thinking and making best guesses, and it's okay to be wrong. So, yeah, I was wrong. Some of you were wrong. That's okay. It was still fun. So today, this one's really, I had no idea. I had to really guess. So look at your toes, and I've got on flip-flops so I can see them. I got 5 toes on the end of one leg and 5 toes on the end of the other leg. But an elk does not have 5 toes. Let's see if we can figure out how many they have. They either have 2 toes on the end of each leg or 4 toes on the end of each leg. I don't know. So if you think that they have 2 toes on the end of each leg, hold up 2 fingers. Just 2. You can do it like this, or you can do it like this, as long as it's 2. If you think that they have 4 toes on the end of each leg, hold up 4 big fingers like this. Okay, you have to decide. All right, I'm waiting. Okay, you guys made some good choices. And you know what? Even if you're wrong, you did some deep thinking to come up with that answer. Did you imagine that elk's legs and how many toes would be on the end? Because that's what I had to do. I think it would look weird either way. Oh, well, God knows more than I do. He did a good job when He created those elk. So, today we learned about Lawrence Elk. I love his name, Lawrence Elk. So, he says that elks are amazing creatures. We know that because God made them. So, they can weigh as much as 730 pounds. Y'all, that's a lot. Yeah, that's huge. I would not want to come across an elk. Yeah, they're pretty big. So, if you ask him, how does he power up to carry all that weight up a mountain? He eats 20 pounds of vegetation a day. Y'all, that's a lot. I can't eat 20 pounds of, you know what vegetation is? You don't? Okay, that's like grass and greenery and, yeah, not meat. Yeah, that's vegetation. Okay, can you eat, what if it's just vegetables, like carrots and broccoli, and can you eat 20 pounds of it? That's a lot of vegetables. He needs all that vegetation to have the power to get up the mountain. There's a lot of him that he has to carry up that mountain. So, here we go. Today, we learned that Jesus' power helps us to be good friends, and we have to remember to trust Jesus. All right, so let's see. I think we asked about toes. All right, so remember what you voted. I think that some of you said 4, and some of you said 2. So let's find out. Guess what? They have 4 toes on each leg. So 4 legs and 4 toes. 16 toes. I've only got 10 toes. So, but he's got more legs than me, so that would make sense. 4 toes on each leg. God sure did do some amazing stuff when he created elks. All right, guess what? We get to our activity now. I want to see what's in the box. So pick up your box. Is it feeling pretty light? It is day 5. It's the last day. But it's okay because we still get to love each other even if we aren't doing this every single day. All right, let's see what's in our box. Oh, I've just got one left. And it says Friday. Let me close my box up. Y'all remember, anytime you're having trouble, just hit pause and go get what you need. And I'm going to put my empty box, over by the train station. Hope they don't realize I'm going somewhere with an empty box. All right, there's my empty box. This says Friday. If you still have your other ones in there, that's okay. You want your Friday one. Let's see what's in it. Okay. We have the Bible story. It's where they worked together and they were all good friends and shared God's love. And the other side is your directions. Remember, anytime you're not sure what you were supposed to do, you can go back and read the directions, or you can go back and rewind the video, get a grown-up to help you read the directions. It's all right there. All right, so now, today's the last day. So we're going to make power bands. These are going to help us remember about God's power. All right, so what you need to make sure that you do when you go to do this, get yourself a good hard surface. You don't want to be working in a little small place because you may drop some of these. So make sure that you're in a good place that you can work. These are very tiny. Oh, they're very little. So we're working with these little pieces of wood and these little pieces of coal. They're not real coal. They look like coal. And a little bitty cross. I definitely would not want to lose these. So make sure that you gently pour them out. Don't dump them like this. They're going to go everywhere. Gently pour them out. Guys, Miss Emily rule, these cannot go in your mouth or anywhere else. They have to just go on the string. Okay? Be cautious with these. I don't want to be the reason any of y'all got hurt. All right, so now we have these beads. You're going to have some brown ones, some black ones, and your cross may not be red. It could be other colors, and that's okay. So you're going to make a power band that's going to help you remember about how God's power helps you every bit of your day, all the way through your life. So the first thing you have is this string. Now, there are a few things that might help you with this. You might need to get a piece of tape from a grown-up. Just pause it and ask a grown-up to help you get a piece of tape. So if you can get a piece of tape from a grown-up, you can get them to help you with it in just a minute. If you don't, it's okay. I'm not going to use a piece of tape. The other thing you're going to do is take one end and you're going to make a knot. And again, you have grown-ups there. Ask for help if you need it, okay? All right, so you're going to make your knot. Okay, so you're just going to have a knot in just one end. If you have tape, you can put tape across the knot and tape it down to your table, and that might make this easier. Okay, so I'm going to wait just a minute. You can pause it. Go ahead and get ready. Get that knot tied and get your tape down on the table if you need it. Again, if you don't have tape, it's okay. All right, so pause it, and then we're going to get started again as soon as you're ready. Take your time and get ready. Okay, guys, at this point, you should be pushing play, and then you should have everything laid out. Now, y'all know I like everything organized, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little black pieces of coal. You know, coal is important in a steam engine because it helps heat up the water to make the steam. Sometimes they use coal, sometimes they use wood. That's why we're using coal and wood, to help us to remember that God's power is what helps us. This is the power for the engines, for the trains. All right, then I've got my cross kind of in the middle. So I'm going to take this string, knot the knotted end, the other end. And all you got to do is put the wood on the string. Y'all, I had a little trouble with this. If you happen to get a piece of wood that doesn't have a hole in it, just move it to the side and don't use it. It's okay. Or if it gets stuck, you can get a grown-up to help you, maybe put a piece of paper clip through it or something to get the wood clear. It's okay. We can make this work. You do not have to use all of them. Use as many as you want to make it look good. So I did the wood. Then I'm going to do a piece of coal. It's kind of hard to see, so you have to get it right here. That's why I couldn't tape it down, because I have to get it where I can see it. All right, you just slice it through. Oh, let's see, I'm going to do another piece of wood. I like to alternate. You don't have to do wood and then coal. You can do all coal on one side and wood on one side. You can put the cross at the beginning or the end, however you want to do it. This is your power band to help you remember about God's power. I've had a great time this week. I've learned so many things about God's power. God's power helps us to do things that are hard. God's power helps us to do brave things. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and put my cross on, and then I'm going to go back to putting these in. Let's see. What else did God's power teach us this week? Oh, God's power helps us to do hard things. God's power helps us to be bold. Let's see. And then we had, that extra power that made us be bold. Somebody remember. What else did God's power help us to do? Ooh, I really can't remember. What were those things? Oh, yeah. Y'all, God's power gives us hope. That's very important. Why did I forget such a silly thing? Sometimes, we get doing something hard and we get worried and we get nervous and we get anxious, and we need that power to help us to do these things. And let's see. Oh, and then God's power helps us live forever. That's that perpetual. I love that word, perpetual. Y'all, so you got to finish strapping these on. And finally, I'm going to put one more on there. Once you get as many on as you want, get a grown-up, because it's really hard to do by yourself. You might be good. You might can do it by yourself. But you're going to want to tie this to match your wrist. After you tie it to match your wrist, which I can't do by myself because I need help, just have them cut the extra strings off because you don't need those. It's stretchy. It'll come back off and go back on. And there you have your power. This is really cool. You can use this to remember yourself that God's power does all these things for us, or you can use it to show it to other people and say, this is my power band. This helps me remember that God's power helps us to be good friends. It helps us with so many things. Guys, I've enjoyed time with y'all this week. This has been a great Staycation Bible School, and I am so glad you took the time to be with us. See you later. Bye.
All righty, y'all. Well, that's it for our Rocky Railway Staycation Bible School, where we've learned Jesus' power pulls us through. Trust Jesus. I hope y'all will remember that, and I hope y'all have had just a blast being here and being with us every day this week. But more importantly than that, I hope you've learned these Bible stories that we've taught every day, the Bible truths that we've taught, and always remember, Jesus loves you and his power will pull us through. He loves us so much. Well, just a few reminders. We still want pictures. We had a blast seeing all your pictures today. It was so fun seeing all the things you did. That was so exciting. But if you have more from today or even yesterday, or maybe just forgot to send some in, we still want them because we're still going to put it together and have one big slideshow that we will put on our For Friends website. Okay? So be sure to send those in. What's that hashtag again? Hashtag For Friends RR. All righty. Or you can email. Email me at lwilson@lhbc.me. Remember, that is on the bottom of each of your daily sheets, and it was on the paper in your travel bag. Okay? Also, moms or dads, grandparents, whoever's watching, we have lots and lots of fun activities and learning times for our special needs individuals of all ages. All ages. If you would like to know more about how your family could be a part of our church, please feel free to contact us. We would love to tell you more. The same email I just shared, email me, and I will get back with you and let you know about all the opportunities. We would just love for your family to come and join us. All righty. Well, I guess it's time for us to chug along. Are we ready?
Ready.
All right. We will see you guys next year. You ready?
Yep, here we go.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, oh.